The revolution will be televised. I repeat, the revolution will be televised. Now, why do I say that? It's because they are watching each and every last one of us. They have new tactics. Who is they? The government, the societies, everyone who thinks they have a part of the system by solidifying themselves with currency are now watching others who have no, I would say, political or organizational affiliations. And they do this to try to embarrass you, to test you, and different things to infiltrate the Black persona. They learn from us based off of our patterns. And then they go out and teach each other how to deal with us. For example, there's a famous video of a how to sell to the Negro. So, which was basically a breakdown of how to get our Black dollars. And in this video, they broke down how much money we spend and what type of people we are when it comes to buying luxury. So with this information, I can automatically assume there are other how-to videos that deal with us that might not ever see the public eye. A lot of times these things go passed on and unnoticed because it's very subtle. When it comes to that how-to video, it tells them to get rid of their racism. You have to swallow your racism in order to receive a Black dollar. That's how it works. It doesn't mean that racism isn't there. They just have to suppress it in order to get what they want. With the same mentality, they use the same tactic on the Blacks. Now they have us working for them, thinking that we are going to infiltrate them by infiltrating us. And what that does is destroys us as a people individually. So now you have an infiltration of the mind. And the mind is very powerful. And they have ways of experimenting with different variable things to tap into our consciousness, believe it or not. These things have been extraneously used during the times of the Nazis, when Nazis had training camps and they implemented MK Ultra, which still goes on today. One of the signs of mind control is the famous Mickey Mouse ears. Just a side note. So what I want my people to understand is that you got to use your voice. If you don't have anything else, use your voice. They expect us to use guns. They expect us to use violence only because it is what they deserve. And that's why they are the devil until proven otherwise. Until then, all of their tactics has to become exposed because of wanting to unite the people under a false pretense that we must hate each other to come together because we don't want to be with them. But the truth is, we can all be separate but united. Their ideology wants to integrate with one mind, but the problem is we don't have the same mind. We don't have the same mentality. A lot of their ideologies do not work for the Black man and the Black woman. So therefore, they must infiltrate and spread their ideologies through us. The ultimate goal is for them to recreate themselves in us so that when they are gone, they are going to continue their racism through us. That's literally what happens. And it's basically people perishing now because of a lack of knowledge. If you know your history, then you would know not to follow into these traps. God sets these things in place so that he can trap you, not the other way around. In all of their setups and all of these things that might happen, you have to remember that you are empowered. And why are you empowered? Because now you have become a mirror. You have become a reflection for their judgment. You keep fighting your fight, being a good person, standing up for yourself, and doing whatever it takes to become the greatest version of yourself, while they are going to continuously judge and condemn themselves to try to prove themselves or prove you wrong, but really in actuality, it's them all along. And a lot of times people must put down others to build themselves up, and that means that they have no foundation whatsoever. So the revolution will be televised. And what I gotta say to my brothers and sisters is that speak your truth. Don't worry about what comes after the fact. Fear cannot live in your temple. Fear does not exist in this playing field. It doesn't exist in my life. You're supposed to have a healthy fear of God. Why? Because everybody dies. Regardless of the exoteric knowledge that you might receive, regardless of anything else that happens, everybody's going to die. So make sure that you are reflecting someone that has a bright light, and make sure that you just stay on the right path, whatever that path is. Because right now we're living in some very, very crazy times. We are at the new age of life. And when the new age comes in, God sends himself manifested in human form. But does that make him human? I'll let you answer that.